What's going on, y'all? It's time to rebuild our realm. Creation is limitless power. Oh, yeah. That notification came in divine essence for sure. What's going on, y'all? Welcome, returning and new subscribers, and any of you who support this channel, support these messages. Ashe. You already know, even just liking the video is major support as well. Subscribing, that's major support. You already know the vibes. Welcome, welcome. So, as we know, we are in Sirius Gateway as of today up until the 7th. And already the messages are coming in clear as day. Okay. I went over by the river and there were a lot of newborn fish present on one side. Towards the east. Towards the west were the bigger ones. Going south, rather. And I was just paying attention to what nature was doing. As I was walking towards the other side of the river where the bigger fishes are, there's an underpass that I would have to walk. And I saw a dead sparrow, a little one. I was like, huh. Immediately after, there was a white feather. I said, okay, 236 is highly significant right now, too. So I checked my compass and I saw 185 south. So I looked at the gematria for 185 south. Now, mind you, new fishes, dead bird, big fishes, plenty of white butterflies, a white feather. Now, the white feather really symbolizes an angelic being surrounding you. And also, with the dead bird, that does speak of rebirth. And those two back to back, it's literally someone that I know who has crossed over, who's literally around me right now. So that's a message for you all as well, which is why it's important for you to get out in nature and just observe and just experience the messages that are coming in and will be coming in effortlessly. So I looked at 185 South in Gematria. Remember we was talking, was his name is Scorpion King, the one that be like, come here? Let me make sure. I want to make sure. Yeah, Scorpion. He sure does. Okay. All right. So 185 South comes up to Candy, South, Goddess Isis, Yang, Ancient Goddess, Killuminati, basically ending that sector of the misuse of power. Eagle Eye, Outbreak, Fire Spirit, Conquer, Scorpion King, Checkmate, End Times. And then it says Baptism of Fire. 1188. God is in the blood. State of grace. So you see where we're getting at with this, y'all? Some of you may find yourself going to Cuba. There's something for some of you in Cuba. Wisdom. Bible wheel. The black sun. Child of God. So, as you can see, I'm in this like real still energy as I'm allowing spirit to, in connection to the Most High Source, to relay the message to you all right now. And as I'm saying that, I'm looking over this way and staring at the Zodiac Intuit Oracle decoration, which is the wheel. Okay. This happens to be the Pearl card, which speaks of emotional force, opening up, experiential wisdom, honesty, intuition, perception, the moon, subconscious mind, hidden things, loyalty, diving deep, layers, developing character. Some of you are receiving the clarity from certain baths you have taken or offerings you may have done when it comes to the water. That's going to help you to develop who you are with divine angelic guidance of those that are from the spiritual warrior sector. It's a different type of energy. Okay. You may find yourself, once you are revealed, part of the nonsense and you're clear about it, no doubts or fear about, what's being revealed to you. You're going to find yourself being more still, more at peace, obviously. But this is the peace that goes beyond the understanding. It's a divine essence that's surrounding you right now. There won't be words to describe the feeling that you're going to feel. But you will know that you're no longer in the same paradigm anymore. Okay? That as this world is shifting, this realm rather, to bring the different worlds together, some will be left behind and others of you will move forward. But fear not the transition that you will have to make. Okay? So, let me look at 236 before we get into the card pulls. 236 is to go off. Go off. Go off with your divine spiritual self. Some of you are also realizing what your body is telling you about certain energies that are around you. That once they're not around you, everything feels at peace and level within your body. But these energies could, let's say, about an hour away, returning back to where you're located, and you can sense it because your body will start to kind of send you certain signals. You know, and part of that is because they are connected, more so in alignment with entities of a vibration that is not of source, nature. So, those of you who have the vessel in connection to your soul, that's being activated to a higher level. So your senses are you know, heightened, yeah. No matter how far it may be, you can sense it, or you will sense it. Okay. So I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my ancestors, spirit guides, angels. They guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me. For you and I collective to use our mind's eye to see in connection to the Most High, forevermore, always and forever. Ashe. Also, what I was noticing at one point, the fishes were swimming in the figure eight. And we know eight to be transformation, endings, rebirths, but also abundance. And also speaks of Pluto's Scorpio energy. There are particular gods of the underworld present at this very moment. Okay? I'm going to let the cards speak. Source, as always, I invite you in to speak to the collective, to relay the message that you want them to know at this particular moment. In divine timing, not the ego's timing. Toxic energy sent your way backfires again. What's that? 1122. Magnetism, harmony, and love. Peace through self-realization. Talia. Then, as I was leaving the park, I saw another bird. Dead. I said, okay. I remember telling someone, when I see the birds on the ground, yeah, time is really up for the nonsense. So something drastic will happen to create change. Radical change, basically. What's the message for the collective? Sheesh. We have White Wizard at the bottom of the deck, the power of timelessness here. Through the action of enchanting, the essence of receptivity, planet Maldek, chakra, the root. But here we have the red serpent coming out first. This is the power of life force. Through the action of survival, the essence of instinct, again, planet Maldek, but this one speaks of the crown. So we have solar seal 14, root chakra, solar seal 5, crown chakra, but both connected to Maldek, which was between Mars and Jupiter, and it's formed a creation and it formed the asteroid belt. Once it blew up. And here we have 623:8, connecting it to Proverbs 28:20. Faithful man will abound with blessings, but he who makes haste to be rich will not go unpunished. There's nothing in this world that you cannot attain. The only thing you must have is patience. Patience for the universe to align you with what it is that you're asking for. Because in most cases, when you find that there are delays, it's because you're either surrounded by something or someone or connected to a habit that will take you off the path as to what it is that you're asking for. So there has to be calibration done in order for you to realign. This calibration has a lot to do with you realizing all that you are. And realizing all that you are is coming from the feedback of certain relationships that you have, whether it's work, family, people you call friends, lovers. Okay? But rest assured that rushing the process has a consequence to it. Doing things to rush the process has a consequence to it. Okay? Conceive a child today and it's born tomorrow. All right? We also have what they are claiming does not know them. This could be an Aquarius energy here. Remove thyself. Balance is key is peeping out of here. Some of you, this is a message directly for you. If you are an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or wherever you have the 11th house, which speaks of social relationships, there are people claiming to be connected to certain energies that doesn't even know them. And that is a major problem. Okay? Calling on certain forces without the balance of that force within thyself, first and foremost. But we also have here again with the Aquarius, speaking of the first ruler of the universe, we are in the age of Aquarius, developing the age of Aquarius. It's the 11th house of social relationships, as I just mentioned, and wishes. Creation, giving of life, enlightenment, awakening. The metal it's connected to is uranium. The day of Aquarius is Wednesday. The crystal is amethyst. It's also connected to large birds. Remove thyself is right under it. Some of you may more than likely be ignoring your intuition about this, what this may be. It doesn't have to be an Aquarius. Again, this could be social groups that you are surrounded by at this particular moment. Some of you are definitely ignoring your intuition, and you have the answer. It's loud and clear. You're being asked to move yourself here, okay, so that way you can progress. Know that the mind will trust the body and the body will trust the mind. That which is of your own, not another. Some of you may have energies that are influencing your moves when they don't have your vision, they don't have your mind's eye. Shit, may not even have a soul. There are particular animals. For some of you, it's a horse. You may constantly been seeing a lot of horses, whether it's on TV, online, or You're walking past someone speaking of a horse or a Sagittarius energy. Now we're being asked here to pull 1 to 3 oracle cards. I'm going to go to Isis because of her pulling through here. Welcome, everyone. That is here. The dark mysteries. You're being asked to enter the chamber of the dark goddess. This is giving me a vibe of some of you going through this path of the dark night of the soul. It's kind of like you had a glitch moment. And if you're experiencing the dark night of the soul of something that you have already felt like you have handled, but in reality, what you were doing was dealing with it. Now you're being asked to go back through that again to see it clearly this time. Because it's a change in mindset and belief as to why you're being asked to review something one more time. That way you're able to really take action on the proper decision that's in alignment with your soul. You have embodied the influence of many different spirits, and your soul was wanting to guide you to where you actually had to go. So you went through this one particular state of it in order to clear the smoke. Smoke and mirrors is coming through. Divine destiny. You're on the path of the divine warrior. You're receiving a lot of definitely galactic guidance at this time, especially in this Sirius gateway, these next 4 days. What else here? So, definitely saw this in my mind's eyes. I was reaching for this deck, the Chariot of Ascension, the Merkaba. Spiritual work of the higher initiate. There's a newfound level of trust you're gaining here, which may include a relocation. For some of you, this is out of the states to an island. Something about the water that you're surrounded by is very important. The way the water looks is important for the way you feel. So if you notice that there are a lot of murky waters around you, that will definitely affect your senses, your vibration. This is for those of you who find yourself, vibing high, but it seems to fluctuate in a way that is just, it could be a lot more steady in terms of you being at a higher vibration. But ancient power mystery, excuse me. Now this is interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a release happening. Exclusively. You're going through a purge here. It's like the final purge. because you have ancient power mysteries at the bottom of the deck. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. You're literally going to be pointed in towards the direction where you're supposed to go next, or what you're supposed to do next. See how these hands are, and they're both going this way. Some of you, it's further north, northwest. Trust what it is that you're hearing also. What I mean by that is it's like random moments you're hearing certain things, not from people. Not from people. This is something within the environment. It's like hearing one thing, but it sounds like another. You know that that's what that is that you hear, but it sounds like something else. It's connected to something else. It sounds exactly like it. Whatever that is connecting you to where you're supposed to be going next, or clues as to where you're going next. Some of you definitely, have to meditate more. Really get deeper into your meditations here, especially with this chariot of ascension. Okay. Eye of Horus, awakening divine perception. It's at the bottom here. Key of life, and then entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet, right up under that, peeping through. So some of you are spinning the Ankh, the key of life. Then we have the serpent of fire, also wanting to pull through there. Priestess of the serpent sisterhood. Let me see what's under this. Divine sun child. Blessings of the sun falcon, which is the awakening of your divine perception, because now you have been given the keys for the chariot. This is Cancerian season. Something about the 7th as well. Greetings, my love. Something about the 7th. Something is descending into your realm, into your vessel, to awaken divine perception, because I'm looking at 321. Or March 21st, April 21st, or May 21st were significant dates for you. That's 3 months. The next 3 months, or the last 3 months, you have been doing or will be doing the spiritual work of the higher initiate. So these messages, these downloads you're going to be receiving the next 4 days are crucial for that. It's like if there was a moment where you can wipe the slate completely clean, here it is. Release all of the weight so that way you can soar when you fly. So those are the 3 oracle cards. Then we have waxing crescent moon, okay, which is after the new moon. Let's see when this is. Right now the moon is in Virgo. Waxing crescent. Okay. Waxing crescent speaks about courage, moving forward with faith. Well, Why am I saying moon is in Virgo? No, it is. But this is definitely off. It's 3:23 right now. It's showing me 12 o'clock. I'm like, there's something right. Okay. See what I mean about a glitch? This is okay. You're gonna feel like you're one specific. Like honestly, today I swore up and down it was Saturday. You can tell me shit till I realize, oh shit, it's actually Sunday. So there could be like this like a it's like a warp in time. That's what it's been feeling like too, a day out of time, which is when you have the angelic realm, the divine realm, the universe literally right in front of you, all around you, within you. Let me see something. Let me see what I was looking at here. This is gonna be a long life because I notice how they have me taking my time right now. So if you are impatient, this will not be the live for you. Sure, this won't be the channel for you. Forget just this live. This won't be the channel for you. Okay. Let's see. Moon is in Virgo, 1 degrees, 27 seconds, 127 again. See, I mean, there's certain numbers that constantly pop through here. 127, ground, land, a piece of ground, a specific plot of land, earth substance for building or constructing, ground as earth's visible surface, land, territory. From its general redness, red dirt, red soil, red grounds, country, earth, ground, husband. That was another message I got earlier too from one of these numbers. It was like it said rising up from the ground. I'm telling you. When I say there's gods of the underworld, either rising up or here, which is the world to most unknown, well, how I see it, really, in connection to source, it's something that is unknown. The core, you know, the core is there. You know you're alive because your heart is beating, but what is causing that to beat? You're going to say electricity that flows through you, but where is that electricity coming from? Like, you see that, you know that the wind is blowing because the trees are moving, but what is that unknown substance that's causing that, right? 127. 127, God coded. 127, Haiti. 127, Belt. 127, Harambe. 127, Happy. 127, Hangman, which is Neptune's energy. Look at that. 127, the dead. Some of you have loved ones or significant beings in your life or were part of, this lifetime with you in existence that are literally back. But the reason why they're back is because they have been able to ascend to a level that allows them to come back. It's giving me this vibe that, let's say you have a particular ancestor that's on the other side, and a picture of them in front of you, just by staring at the picture and dozing off. Let's say you're meditating and you're staring at a picture and you doze off, you'll instantly see them. At least that's the feeling that they're giving me right now, between now and the 7th. The information that's going to come through these visions is going to require you to have a lot of courage to move forward, because you're going to be guided to do something where you may feel like you don't have enough to do it, but that's none of your business. If you're being guided to do something, this ain't for everybody, obviously. You know who you are and how this resonates with you, and how belongs to source. You know your connection to source. So if you resonate with what I'm saying right now, you can hear me. You see it with your mind's eye. You've seen it with your mind's eye. Some of you, what I'm saying right now is a confirmation. You're being asked to take a leap of faith. And I'm seeing worry not about the clothes or the food that you're going to eat, the clothes you're going to wear, the food that you're going to eat tomorrow. Today is tomorrow, tomorrow's today. This is what I mean, a blend of time. Blend of time. And you hear me say that the time is the body. It shows you a process of evolution, or stages of evolution. The blending of time is the blending of you in the angelic realm or the divine realm. Yo, 236 is not playing, because my compass is sitting right here and it's literally 236 southwest. Like, the fuck? Let me 236 southwest. Listen. Is connected to 1543, 343, which is also 343. It's 332 right now. 900. I want to see what this message is. Something about awakening divine perception for sure. 1543. 1543 speaks of a bowl, spring, basin, a bowl of a lamp, a bowl shaped portion of capitals of pillars of the temple. Completion of the bronze. Completion of the bronze works 40. Additionally, Huram made the pots, shovels, and sprinkling bowls. So Huram finished all the work that he had undertaken for King Solomon in the house of the Lord. Yeah, it just said parallel commentaries. That's what it feels like, parallel worlds merging as one. The two pillars, the two bowl-shaped capitals atop the pillars, the two sets of network covering both bowls of the capitals atop the pillars. In the way my nose is feeling right now, I'm like, what does this have to do with water? Even more so. Some of you could be moving near waters that are extremely healing. Or you can find yourself, let's say, taking a quick trip somewhere and then come to find out that's where you're supposed to be. Remember yesterday I was like, yo, this water tastes different in the most high vibrational sense of it. It's like drinking water from now to the 7th can do some miraculous healing within your body. Why the waters even show me two pillars, but then there's two big shapes of like water drops. Like, yeah, water drops. And this shit is in the shape of a bowl. It's literally like this, and there's two over it. Listen, this is the moment to manifest whatever it is you want. You got the key of life, y'all. Like on some real shit, you got to be fucking kidding me. The pillar of light is under it. Descendant of the star Isis. And then you have priestess of the serpent sisterhood. Temple of Carnelian. Carnelian could be highly significant to be used right now. And then we have the divine soul, the child reborn. And then a divine son child after that. And then you have the lunar queen, she of the celestial crescent. We're in the crescent phase, and then we have the miracle of Isis. Look here. Is that obsidian? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is which is the crystal of the healing chamber, the dark healing chamber, black obsidian. And the first card out was to enter the chamber of the dark goddess. I just heard fear not. And that's bringing me to Revelations 5:5. Welcome, Shu. Revelation 5 speaks of the scroll and the lamb. It says, Then I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll with writing on both sides and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll? But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside of it. And I'm being guided to say something else, but I'm going to finish what I'm reading right here because what I'm feeling through my body right now, this shit is no joke. And a bird just popped up. Well, at least it's flying around here. I wept and wept because no one was found who was worthy to open the scroll or look inside. Huh. Then one of the elders said to me, "Do not weep. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has triumphed. He is able to open the scroll and its 7 seals." This is part of literally Yah. When you hear of the tribe of Judah, that's literally speaking of, as you would say, people of color. It's listed as Negroes, but that is the one, okay, essence of life that has been manipulated to follow these structures of destruction. This is where you have this other group of chosen ones, the ones who heard the call and decided to wake up and do something about it. Okay? Not judging any of y'all, but be mindful of what you're doing and celebrating tomorrow. Be very mindful of that because the independence wasn't actually gained that year. You saw the message came in the other day about 1776 now. While Pluto has also returned, which is judgment on this country, whether it was there for the people. What have you seen most of it being? Oppression, suppressing the people. Also, that oppression happens by choice, saying yes to it. And all are ruled by one infinite creator. Okay. Let me let me give you the list I saw here. It just showed me 1776, which was part of the crow's message. And it said, "Follow the voice of your soul, be graceful in movement and action, the direction guardian. Choose your path and the guardian angel. You are not alone." This is what I mean. It's really time to question all of these particular dates that are designed to bring people together when in reality that's an entire ritual to keep y'all ass asleep even more. The fact that it's my nose and this is happening while I'm live, why all I'm hearing now is rain, fire, rain, fire. Mm-hmm. Give me a second. Let me look for this. I have them written here, okay? Here we go. Okay. These are the tribes and who they are today. Tribe of Judah, Negroes. Tribe of Benjamin, West Indians. Tribe of Levi, Haitians. Tribe of Simeon, Dominicans. Tribe of Zebulun, Guatemalans and Panamanians. Tribe of Ephraim, Puerto Ricans. Tribe of Manasseh, Cubans. Tribe of Gad, North American Indians. Tribe of Reuben, Seminole Indians. Tribe of Naphtali, Argentinian to Chileans. Tribe of Asher, Colombians to Uruguay. And tribe of Issachar, Mexicans. And we just pulled through something about Cubans, which is connected to Manasseh, or Manashah means made to forget. Benjamin is son of the right. Judah is thanks. And most of these places people would tend to call third world countries. But these are places that you go to that when you leave the States, you come out of that airport and you step your foot on that ground, on that soil, whatever pain or whatever issues you had no longer exists. Countless times, my grandmother, when she was here in the physical, she would have to use a cane being in the U.S. The moment she steps foot out of the airport in DR, that cane is gone and she's walking upright and, you know? But now the lion is about to roar. Because those of you who have chosen to wake up as a part of this tribe of Judah, this is why we're having this shift now. You've been doing the work, you've been going with it. You just got to keep going now. Okay? Then we have the etheric essence and etheric alignment showing up here. Etheric alignment is an inevitable power that causes the mask to drop. All these lies, all these structures, all these systems to fall apart. Because now you have finally decided to align with the universe. Cosmic law, not the law of man. And half of these laws of man are here to destroy you. Then we have Gibo here, speaking of partnerships, which is about unity, union, a partnership that is near, where you're going to be able to remain independent and healthy within the union. This could be with someone who's part of the family of the anchors who are here to open the portals. Okay? You can get up out of here. That's what you could do. The fire clan is Yellow Seed, Red Moon, White Wizard, Blue Storm. And that's what we have here at the bottom of the deck. Under that, toxic energy sent your way backfires. Especially if you're connecting to someone of a galactic signature that is a Yellow Seed, Red Moon, White Wizard, Blue Storm, who knows who they are, here to open the portals. Jupiter is highly significant for this energy as well. You also carry the essence of the secrets of Lemuria and Atlantis, what that actually is. This is also the zone of the innocent. So it's a childlike essence that allows you to step into this deep, profound imagination. That whatever it is that you imagine, you can easily bring into your reality. Easily. Let's see what else we have here. Like I said, do what y'all want, but just be mindful of the messages that you're hearing and the action that you're taking based on those messages that you hear, especially if it resonates with you. Because I ain't here to tell you what to do. I'm here doing what I'm supposed to do, is relaying this message. That's it. Then we have Ingwaz coming out, which speaks of a new beginning, the God hero, completion of the initiation, new life, joyful liberation, a new way. It's like, do all the celebration you want today and on the 5th and thereafter. That's all I'm saying. All is changing is what this is speaking of here. All is changing. The seed, creation, Genesis, process, evolution, energetic bursts, the inner child. Now, how I just split the deck and it went exactly to the family that's here to establish what Ingwaz is saying to you right now of the Genesis, the new beginning. You're either a red dragon, a white world bridger, blue monkey, or yellow warrior. Like your main galactic signature is this: red dragon, white world bridger, blue monkey, yellow warrior. You're here to establish the Genesis. You are literally a divine lord connected to Neptune, considered the Mayan sun god. You're the zone of ancient days, the activation of galactic memory. And this is the family I'm a part of. I'm a white world bridger. That's what I'm saying. Do whatever you want to do. I'm only here to deliver the message. That's it. If it resonates with you and your soul is telling you to do something, pay attention. Just know when you start paying attention, you start moving a certain way, you know, these energies are going to come with the big guns to really make you do the opposite of what your instincts are telling you to do here. And this is number 8. Just as I was by the river, these fishes were literally forming in the shape of an 8 now. We have here, your prayers have been answered, have been heard and answered. But continue to trust the process. Under that, you got the body of a goddess. Continue to do your workouts. Continue to do your yoga. Take care of your physical, your vessel here. Grab a message from the Orishas. Let's see what's up. Then we also have, all of them are coming out right now. Not all of them, but 3 out of the 5. Both of these are the South energies, South temperate and South polar. The family that anchors is the South polar, which is here to open the portals. South temperate, the family that feels, is here to unravel the mystery. So you would be a blue knight, yellow star, red skywalker, or white mirror when it comes to your galactic signature. Let's see what the Orishas have to say, baby. Let's see. Look at that. Guardian angel asking you to be the outcast. If you're going to do something outside tomorrow, go out there and bust out a ritual, your own ritual, to bring in this new beginning. Message from Earth. Orishas, what message do you have here? Seven of Wands is present at this time here. Yeah, you're definitely being surrounded by your guides here to walk across whatever could be considered difficulty or burden. Some of you may have Mars in Aries, or while Mars is in Aries right now, just keep that in mind because it's giving you the life force, okay, to do the unimaginable. The water element comes out. What about it? 2 of Cups, Venus in Cancer. We already got Gibo here, okay, excuse me, which speaks of a partnership that's near, a mystical union, harmony through uncovering mysteries of Awaz, which is death mysteries. Dark mysteries is here. Chariot of Ascension. Before I go any further, Let me go over this way, because now that as I looked at the water element, went to the chariot of ascension. Let me give you what the chariot of ascension is saying here. You may have heard it already because this comes out a bit when I use this deck. So your soul wishes to travel more freely between the dimensions of higher reality. This is to allow for conscious spirit communication, the free flow of soul light into the physical body, and the joining in divine harmony of heaven and earth. It requires a powerful consciousness to do this. I just realized that it's 354. We was talking about 343. Was that when we was going through the tribes? 354, 101. The Merkaba, chariot of ascension and soul fire, is a spiritual gift to attain these divine purposes now, available to you as a high initiate. Says there are times when the soul becomes ambitious and wishes to live its entire light and conscious oneness with all expressions of its being, including the physical body. It may wish to do so simply because it is the nature of all beings to eventually realize themselves as divine, or because it needs specific new skills to be available to the human expression in the physical body so it can continue with its divine purpose. Those skills might be channeling divine energy or consciousness for healing, traveling easily between the worlds for conscious spirit communication, gaining greater artistic or creative ability because it feels wonderful to create, or any number of other purposes. This is also on page 33. This oracle brings you guidance that a special spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul reach you more fully. So this may have something to do with water or water element, or the seasons of water elements, as this is when you have a change in seasons as well. Pisces, winter to spring. Cancer, you have spring to summer. Scorpio, you have fall to winter. So even water, when it comes to nature, is important in terms of the seasons changing. Guardian angel, wow, picked up death, but it's in reverse here. Some of you are deaf. Okay, let me just put it this way. Let's say this was a Noah moment where you're hearing about a flood. Now the sun opposing Neptune, August 7th, that's kind of that energy anyway. Let's say something that extreme were to happen physically, because this could also be a radical change within the spirit of humanity as a whole, right? Now, let's say if ignoring this shift will wipe out the physical body. The way I'm seeing this right here, right now, because you're hearing what you're hearing at this message, your guardian angels are being activated to protect you from this. So now Iku won't be around you or dwelling in your space. It's kind of like it's like you being the hyssop that is put across the doors so the firstborn won't go. You are that. You are the embodiment of that. Or the black obsidian, like in the movie The Knowing, or Knowing rather. Each time the archangels came by to these children, so there's definitely, there has to be healing of the inner child, because you have to have the mindset and the heart of a child to have this type of ascension. So that way you can connect to your imagination where all things are possible. To become adulterated into this structuredized world that separates you from that free flowing of imagination. Some of you literally have guardian angels here, and that was a huge message with that bird that I saw, 2 birds on the ground laid out, and immediately after the first one, I see a white feather. See how white this is? It don't have not one speck of darkness on it. See how much light is out here right now? I saw that shit. I said, not shit. I saw it. I said, wow. I said, okay. Okay. And if you're by the river or by a body of water where you can see fishes, pay attention to the way they move when your energy is positioned nearby. Just pay attention to the way they move. Do they swim away from you or do they dance in front of you? Because that'll tell you a lot about yourself. Nature always does. Always. You know? Let's see. Under the Orisha cards is royal bloodline. That was another thing. The side where the bigger fishes was where the willow tree is. And there's this bin filled with rocks because they're doing construction over there. They better not be. They removed enough of nature on that side anyway. They better chill. They about to all, you know what, whatever. That bin said royal on it. So pay attention to what you're seeing around you. You come up into these lives for a reason. It may not make sense as to the order, as to the way things are being stated, but your soul recognizes what I'm saying. Or at least it's going through this awakening process where it's like, oh, okay, this person is hearing something that resonates with this higher frequency of who they are. Let me get a little bit closer and closer and closer and closer and closer until you and your higher self become one. Okay. Under that, you have Warrior of Light with Archangel Michael over here and Joan of Arc. I know I'm surrounded by so many of them right now. Right now. 401. Not bullshitting. Look at that. They're showing me these two rooms, 6 and 16, 616 or 166. Growth, rebirth, initiation, something concealed, a secret thing, the unknown, fate. The most obvious truth is hidden deep within, and only you will ever know it. Look at that, Michael, again over here. Well, I have it written on this card. I feel like that's what we over here as a collective should do tomorrow, is go out there and put out the energy of what it's supposed to be. Because if it was declared in the moment of independence, 1776, and the last slave physically wasn't free till about the 1800s, then what are we really talking about? Whose independence? Hmm? Be careful now. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful. Let's see what other messages we got. And on a personal note, there's things that I want to do that I'm not at that point yet, but I trust Source, obviously. And me trusting Source is continually providing these type of messages when I really just want to sit here and vibe by myself, but that's not what I'm here for. It's not what I'm here for. Look at that. Manas comes out in Virgo. Right now, the moon is in Virgo. Recognizing self in the world, but not from the world. Yeah. And the other room is 11. So look at that 111 right here, which is talking about signals, messenger, receiving messages, signals, gifts, warnings are gifts, holy knowledge. And yeah, that bird was definitely a warning. Definitely a warning. It's really 111 right now. Are we in a Mercury hour? Because Mercury just popped up. Let me get these messages too. We're in the Venus hour. It's 4:04. But we'll be in the Mercury hour next as of 4:46. Moon tone number 7. Some of you may have a galactic signature of resonant energy, which speaks of the essence of attunement. You have the power to channel through your inspiration, or what inspires you allows you to channel. You're definitely a part of a warrior lineage. You carry a plethora of spiritual wounds. But this is something you have been concealing or has been concealed from you. But the only thing you must focus on is what is in between that is yours. The beginning and end are set. What is in between is yours. Nothing is in vain. All is remembered. You may have Cancer and Capricorn highly aspected in your chart too. Then we have Royal Star Fomalhaut, which is 3 degrees Pisces. It's connected to the constellation of Pisces, highly active between February 21st to the 24th. It's King of Swords, Knight of Cups. King of Swords, Knight of Cups. And you have the vision here that is highly transformative through your artwork, music, writing, when it comes to science and spirituality. You carry an intense, heightened, creative mental energy. A lot of ancient writers and scientists connect to you as well. You're here to create. You expand the principle of abundance through your creations. So those of you who are in positions where you feel like, if you're a writer, you have writer's block and things like that. It could be one, you're being protected from something at a particular moment. Along with that, or you're being shown what it is that you're going to be channeling when it comes to the work that you are creating. The work that you create is a solution to a wound that is genetically passed down. Let's see what the tarot is saying now. Thank you, Orishas. Back bends, something about back bends. just be flowing. Shit. What is the message here for the collective? Let me put these to the side. Choose. See what the tarot is saying. Current energy, again with the Seven of Wands, Mars and Leo. So this is what I'm getting. You see how this person, this figure here is wearing two different shoes, or yeah, one is a boot, the other one we could say it's a sneaker or whatever. But it's like being 1 foot in and 1 foot out of a situation. And you're in a position of guarding yourself. You're balancing what you believe in, what you feel at the core of you. You definitely have a particular guide that's flowing through you, around you, causing you to do this, or assisting you to do this. You're connecting more and more to nature, which means you're gaining more control of your emotions. Knowing when to respond and when to allow the universe to handle something for you. It's looking like it's reached a point where you're now putting in the work of setting boundaries. Current situation is about you setting boundaries. Some of you may have Mars and Leo, who are definitely part of the royal bloodline. Then we have the Hermit here as the challenge of setting boundaries. Now the Hermit is pointing towards the foundation of your message here, what it is that you're building on. You're not allowing anything to step in the way of what it is that you're building. This could be a tower moment for those around you, or anyone who feels or has the audacity to get in your way. This is what I mean also when it comes to a guide around you, causing you to do this, to go through this dark valley. But you're going through this with a different type of power here. You got Ace of Cups. Unconditional love is flowing through you. For self. When you have unconditional love for self, you're not allowing anything to overstep your boundaries here. Especially going through the dark night of the soul. Let's see what's at the basis of this. Virgo, Leo, 5th house, 6th house. Yep. You're ready for a new dawn. And you're about to step into this rebirth, this new beginning. It's cause and effect. That's why I say right or wrong, good or bad, cause confusion. Cause and effect keeps you on a path of least resistance to no resistance. Lovers is here at the bottom of the deck. Another 6. So Mercury, messenger of the gods. You're receiving messages from the gods here. Or there could be new spirit guides that you're connecting to. And this is what's also helping you to close out this cycle. Now, 10 of Swords speaks of the sun or Mercury in the sign of Gemini. Right up after that, based on the dates of the Ten of Swords, is the Two of Cups, which was Gibo's message, which is about a partnership that's near. So some of you could also have a lot of options of passion. You know, people who are seeing a different side of you. They're seeing the higher self that is embodied within your physical vessel. So now you're attracting different types of people, different types of energies, because again, you embody the essence of light, but through the balance of the shadow. Because your shadow can no longer take a hold of you to the point where you're, you know, out here wandering or moving without a point of direction. Point of direction I'm talking about is being connected to your inner compass, where you're able to hear when your intuition says, you know, to do what your soul wants you to do. This was all part of the transformation, the immediate past. For some of you, this could also be a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. Now, with the Death card being the immediate past, something has already ended. Something has already ended, and you're becoming more and more enlightened as to why it had to end. This is what I mean about going through something one more time to see it from a different mindset where there is no doubt or fear. Because with doubt and fear, it may 122:11, it may cause you to step back into that cycle again. But now you're able to set boundaries and not walls. Because before in the past, the cycle ended, but you set up walls. You're definitely focused on your abundance here. This could be physically, mentally, spiritually. Okay. There's definitely an end to a certain belief system you were connected to, because it's not bringing harmony and balance when it comes to social groups or organizations that you find yourself being connected to or a part of or were a part of. You've been through more than enough betrayal. Right? The Hermit is holding the star. Above the Hermit is the Seven of Wands, and below it is the Ten of Swords, which is 17. The star is 17. Now through this transformation, this ending that you recently had, you're able to really nurture yourself. What's this? Nine of Cups is the potential of your reading here. A wish fulfillment that comes when boundaries are set. Those boundaries aren't set, you're going to find yourself emotionally drinking, emotionally eating, doing things reactively, because that Nine of Cups could go either way. It could be somebody overindulging in drinking, because there's an expansion of a belief system, because that's Jupiter in Pisces. So Jupiter in Pisces could be an expansion of a belief system that doesn't work for you, or an expansion of a belief system that does. One that does and one that does. And the one that doesn't is going to have you overindulging, because you're always going to look for something outside of you. This is what I mean also too, where you feel like you know you're operating at this high vibration, but it's not as steady as you know it can be or imagine it to be. You already know that this is possible, where you can be in this essence of love often, daily. And that's a choice that you make. You know, also coming with cultivating gratitude. Look at that. You got Temperance at the bottom of the deck, which is also speaking of alchemy here. So some of you are definitely tapping into your magician abilities to clear out these boundaries, to clear out what may overstep your boundaries. And the magician is someone who knows themselves and all the tools that they have within them, and using them wisely. Down to your energy, using your energy wisely. Not putting yourself in situations that you know your instinct was already telling you that you don't feel like doing this. Knowing how to say no, and that it's a complete fucking sentence. You don't got to explain yourself. No is no. And if people don't like when you say no, you already know what you got to do with that vibe. They don't need to be in your energy at all, because they're showing you that doesn't matter what type of mental state, physical state, or spiritual state you're in, they want you and they want you there, regardless of the way you feel. Is that an equal give and take? No, it's not. You know, or this could even be, being around certain people that do things so that others do things for them. Being overly nice so that way it's reciprocated, but you're doing it for the wrong reason. In the immediate future here, we have the Two of Wands, Mars and Aries, but this also speaks of being at a crossroads. So there's a decision that has to be made. Now, the fact that you got the Seven of Wands as the current energy in the immediate future, the Two of Wands, that will be the Nine of Wands. So listen, you can either have your wish fulfillment, or you can step yourself into another burden where you're constantly like you're the wounded warrior, because you constantly put yourself in position to save others. Start saving yourself. Okay? Do it for self first. 127. You literally have ancestors that are coming back to show you that. You're going to more than likely see their name or songs they used to hear, or you can smell their perfume. You can smell drinks that they used to, have, and things like that, or different foods. You may be craving certain foods that they may have wanted. Just know those are signs and signals that there's somebody coming back to guide you in a different direction, because you're unable to do this alone. And granted, like the guardian angel message says, you are not alone. You're never alone. You just never asked for the assistance. You just never asked for the guidance from the Most High. Always wanting to do things yourself. You don't gotta do that no more. Here goes the Tower, which speaks of a shift in the foundation. Let's see what the advice is. Just smell the pool. Don't mind me if I'm not looking at your comments right now, but I see what y'all saying though. I shade. Just channeling this vibe here. My legs just got the chills. I'm saying that your spirit is definitely here. I mean, always is, but there's different moments where it's at a much higher frequency. Take a leap of faith. You saw how that snapped too. That could be Scorpio energy, Uranus energy. I'm just seeing Anubis really pushing some of y'all over the edge. Like, it's time for you to go. Okay? Enough been the fuck enough. Like, no. Look at that, Nine of Swords. You don't have to suffer in silence anymore. Again, I'm not talking about speaking to other people. This is you and Source, and you got to trust when you're talking to Source. Some of you do, but then you fall into this booby trap of the energy being so far away from you because it's Source. Your heart is beating. Source is extremely close. Source is within you. Okay? So bringing the energy within. Seeing the vision of the mind's eye. How is the collective being viewed at this point that could be influencing this energy? How is the collective being viewed at this point that could be influencing this energy? How is the collective being viewed right now that could be influencing this energy? First things first, this vibe that's around you could be a Capricorn, could be people who are stuck in a particular way of doing things, a particular norm, or whatever it is that you do, they see it as something that is demonic. Meanwhile, that's what they're projecting about themselves. They are bonded to not having control within. Queen of Cups. This could be a mother, this could be something that's within your bloodline that you, as the spiritual warrior, are here to change the entire paradigm of your entire bloodline. This is why you have ancestors right now between the 7 and the 3rd, spiritual guides, ascended masters, here to help you to change the entire circuit of this entire way of doing, being, feeling, seeing, smelling, touching, whatever. Anything that has to do with the senses, even the ones that you cannot see physically or touch. You don't just have 5 senses either. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me that was love. It sounds like somebody saying, "Tell me you love me." You can't force somebody to tell you that they love you. They either do or they don't. You shouldn't have to ask. It's Aquarius energy. My left ear. Aquarius, Aries. Tell me more about this energy that's influencing them. But you're becoming clear as to how much you've transformed, not comparing yourself to others, but learning to let go. Learning to let go. It literally 8 of Cups, walking away. This was what I mean. When you walk away from certain belief systems that your entire family or loved ones are connected to, and you start doing something different, but this different is more in connection to cosmic law, universal law, which will literally bring heaven on earth. They see it as a problem. Someone sees you walking away from something as a problem. Their projection of that thought of you, they don't even have to be around you. You probably never even spoke to this person. This person may have randomly crossed your mind after you've already let the shit go. But they still got you in their energy, because they're either talking about you or thinking about you. As you're sitting here looking at your higher and bigger perspective, you feel like you're at a crossroads. It ain't you. It's an energy that's being projected towards you. This is why the 7 of Wands is coming out first. The challenge will be meditating or going deeper within, because again, you felt like you handled this already. You dealt with it before. Now it's time to handle it. Knight of Wands could be a Sagittarius energy or someone that comes in and out of your life often. Or this could be what you allow. People wasting your time. Because you have a problem saying no. You don't want to make anybody feel bad. Well, they damn sure don't give a fuck about the way you feel. So take that leap of faith to close out this new cycle here. Let them call you a fool, but guess what? The fool is the one who decides to hear the call and go along the journey to complete a karmic cycle or any cycle to gain reward. I want one more for this. You walking away will heal you. What they think about you, it's none of your business. Then you'll start to attract those who truly connect to you. This could be people from your childhood, or that have always been in your life from the moment that you've been in this world. Because this is the Six of Cups energy right here. Some people are literally upset about the gifts that you have and how you're able to handle all of these heartbreaks, because you're one who really does take the moment to see what the truth is, even if that means you get to a point where something or the energy is determined to take you out. But like I said, there are ancestors that left already that are literally coming back. Because if this has anything to do with people within your family, they're getting their ass whooped by the same ancestors that y'all have, but because they want to be ignorant, ain't no bliss in that. But there sure is an ass whooping from it. Look at that shit. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And when all this is said and done, what you see here? You see that partnership, right? It's a partnership. There's some of you are going to be gifted with certain people that match your vibration, but you have to take this leap of faith in doing things that you're not comfortable doing. Especially if you're part of the tribe of Judah. You better wake up. In the position of doubts and fears. In the position of doubts and fears, what is the message you have for the collective source? There goes up three swords and the Page of Wands. Some of you could be blocking love from all of this energy too. I don't care what has happened in your past with love, with anyone. The moment you tell yourself, I don't want to focus on love, I don't want to focus on a partnership, you're closing yourself out from everything and anything else that you are asking for. That's the main reason why you're here, to have an experience. But see, these structures and these systems got y'all thinking that it got to do with the money and shit. That don't work on in the spiritual realm. You don't need money in the spiritual realm. That shit don't even exist there. In the divine realm, rather. Again, yes, do what you must do, but it's really, keep bringing it back to Noah moment. What if one day all that shit just stops? With having to have this resource called money to do certain things, and you can do whatever you want. 138 on the clock. They go that 30 weight, 30 weight, 30 weight, 30 weight, 30 weight to listen. Removing the dirty weight. Wait. What? What is it saying right now? Dirty weight. Dirty weight is 1622, 888, 148. L. Shelley, twin. It's also talking about runaways, also speaking of the Lord's day of great tribulation. Also speaking of the stop trying to be sophisticated. Yellow, blue. Hate that never quits. Quantum war. Blue, yellow, yellow, blue, blue, yellow. Throat chakra. Solar plexus. God's platinum laws. A rose and a thorn crown. The way it is. Dies January 2nd. Shiva the Destroyer. Oh. 432. So that's who's here? I mean, Shiva's been popping through here quite a bit. It grants abundance, as well as it's an energy that brings forth abundance, but it's also the destroyer. And that card says, for Shiva, I'm dancing on my grave. I don't know how severe this is for some of you with people manifesting blocks in your life, because it's energy, okay? What goes up comes down. Like that card kept saying, toxic energy sent your way backfires. Let's see, doubts and fears position. Doubts and fears. Some of you don't want these people to be left out in the cold because whoever I'm talking about and this is resonating with you about, they're extremely close to you. And that's the heartbreak. That's the problem. My legs got chills like nobody's business right now. Very clear. Like my entire body got chills right now. Like I can feel this card, like of somebody being left out in the cold. Because you were the one to assist these people, but the moment they got tired of your energy, you weren't even doing anything. Like you were being criticized for something that you wasn't even doing. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, y'all. What's at the top? Ace of Wands. There's a rebirth. Don't worry about that. Release that. Release any worries and doubts about what's happening to people who left you out in the cold, or you may left out in the cold too. But some of you, I feel like you've already paid your dues when it came to that, because it came back around. So look at it as cause and effect. Okay? Look at it as cause and effect. Put that shit to rest. This is number 4, but you have Roman numeral 1 and 5 here. You have to step into your own, have this rebirth so this change can come in, which is Mars and Aries here. So this is you in the immediate future right now. You're looking at your entire world of you before you move forward with this newfound enlightenment, this awakening, the great awakening. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And I'm seeing that because towards the end where there's a peacock, in that it's like a crystal ball or magnifying glass that shows up at the end of the video. I'm seeing that in the water right now. Here's the outcome. The Strength card and the Knight of Wands. You're being given the strength. Get out in the sun and get these downloads. Okay? Go out there and get these downloads so you can move forward on your path and don't conform to what anything or anyone has to say, because a lot of you are going to gain a lot of creative ideas as well. That's going to bring you plenty of abundance. You're going to be putting yourself in situations that you normally wouldn't put yourself in, but this is where you're going to grow. And I don't mean toxicity, obviously. Some of you could be receiving the message. There's a message that's coming in here. Blindside. You don't see this coming, but the overall energy of this reading is a wish fulfillment. This could also be a change of a residence as well. So that way you can continue to build this legacy that has always been a part of you, your bloodline, but you decided to answer the call. Look at that shit. Nah, for real. Some of you are for real moving, or you're going to be able to do things that have you felt they were on hold or delayed. Because look, that's the Ace of Pentacles. Then you got the 4 of Pentacles here, but this is the 6 of Swords, which speaks of getting out of murky waters into stable waters. This is also what I was saying, that depending on where you live, the water is significant to your willpower. Because one of my things is, when it comes to water, 438, 38's my father is the sea, right? when it comes to water, it really has a strong effect on the people of that environment. Like out here in NY, like the water out here be looking crazy. You got people that move just like it, murky as fuck. But when you go, that's why people go on vacations to certain islands. You instantly get covered with this breath of fresh air. It doesn't even have to be an island. It could just be an area where, it's calming. It's you can breathe. There's a lot of trees around. I want to see more about this Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. There's revelations coming, and someone could also be coming to the forefront about their feelings of you, feelings for you. They've been talking to the moon for quite some time about you. There's that. This person is also connected to source, nature, because Five of Pentacles is Mercury and Taurus. They can manifest whatever they want. It's basically the air and the earth. So it's the breath of life of creation. Some of you could eat, like I said, taking a trip to, that's what's up. You live on an island. Three of Wands here. You could be going on a spiritual journey alone. This is what's also being revealed to you intuitively, that, listen, it's time for you to do this. Some of you may even end up homeschooling your children, and this will allow you to do that too. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Wands, and I'm going to pull another spread. Clarify the Seven of Wands, current situation. This whole deck is in reverse. Yeah, Three of Wands. Look at that shit. No more delays. Judgment and Three of Wands came up. And Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands. You setting the boundaries. You're going to end up doing things, like I said, that are in alignment to your intuition. You won't be overthinking the next steps, because the overthinking of what you're doing next came from what's being projected around you, towards you. That's why the challenge is the Hermit. Tell me more about the Hermit here and the challenge position for the collective. Wow. You don't feel like you have support, but the support you're looking for is not coming from a human being. Look at that. This deck is still reversed. I'm going to turn it upright, but there's a reason why that's happening right now. The Moon card is here. Some of you felt left out in the cold by family members, and you keep being shown how much they actually don't care about what you do. You keep being reminded of that, and that's only to get you to shift. But with bringing love into the situation, because you understand you. You're not here to make anyone else understand you. Each one is supposed to understand themselves, and the understanding of that will allow each one to step into a space of overstanding. And in overstanding is when communication happens. No one's here to understand you. That's your job. How many relationship situations or partnerships you hear about people asking somebody else to understand them more? That's confusion. Understanding is you taking a trip through the underworld. You and somebody else, like I said before, y'all both don't eat at the same time and shit at the same time. You don't. It's the same thing. Tell me more about the transformation, death card in the immediate past here. Tell me more about the transformation card in the immediate past, Queen of Cups. For some of you, if your mom is on the other side, transition, or grandmother or prominent maternal figure, they're not playing with you when it comes to you ending all this bullshit to begin with. I just heard you. It's like you're their star seed. It's literally 444, and it says, "I am the bread of life. Those who come to me will never be hungry. Those who go to some time." Look at that shit. The Emperor. You're gaining your stability. You're gaining your ground. Rooting yourself. Surrendering. Rooting yourself. Surrendering to these emotions that come through, and allowing yourself to go through them. Not put a block on that by getting the validation from somebody else. This is how you now step into your rebirth. Again, that's going through the underworld. You can't take nobody with you. It is a personal affair. Tower moment is coming up here with the Queen of Cups and the Tower. As soon as you surrender, enlightenment comes. Let me get you a surrender card. What is the surrender message here? Queen of Cups. What is the surrender message for the collective here? For this Tower to come through, then I'll get one more for the Tower. What is the surrender message here? Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly, because this is something that's coming back around. And surrender your fear of intimacy. So love could be coming back around because it says you are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from realigning with the heart. It says opening, but for me, the heart doesn't open or close. It's either you're connected to it or away from it. Shit. And if you're connected to it, you'll be able to surrender comparisons with other people and surrender to your intuition here. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. And then tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. And then you got the Tower. Let me grab another deck for the Tower. Okay. So these had the nerve to fall. We have the Strength card, which is part of your outcome. It's like you went through training season on how to tame the beast, and now you're taming it, but also you know how to use this beast to protect you. That shadow. And these fell. The Fool, which is your advice. And then these fell sideways. Knight of Wands, Five of Wands, Queen of Coins, King of Wands. This is specific to a feminine who easily surrenders to masculine who look like emperors, but they got a whole nother situation going on because shadow work had to be done in order to set boundaries, to not even call in that energy, because it's a vibrational match. If you're calling in something that later on deceives you, there's something within you that you're allowing yourself to deceive self, and this is why it's being projected outward, and it comes back to you. For others, this could be the moment that you surrender. There is a King of Wands who wants to release you from all this drama and all this burdens. This could be a fire sign that's coming in. Literally someone that has been God sent to lift you out of your burdens. Again, if you surrender, okay, and let love in, you'll attract someone who knows you're not something to be fucked with, basically. I'm also getting the energy of Archangel Uriel here, protecting your finances and your abundance from anyone that wants to bring drama to you when it comes to your root, your sacral, and your throat chakra. They're literally sending someone in, okay, to help you surrender. See that white flag? Especially if you're feeling stuck. This could be, it doesn't even have to be a person. This could be something that ignites your passion to want to actually do for yourself. Because you'll go through these journeys. Yeah. Queen of Swords right here in reverse. Whatever feminine energies or masculines that move in a feminine way to cause strife in your life. This is what I mean about, I don't know how severe this energy is, but when the energy returns back to the sender, they're not as strong as you to handle what you've experienced with their fuckers. Because they don't know themselves. They don't know themselves. Look at that. See what I'm saying? Knight of Swords is over here. What's this turned over? King of Wands still. It's King of Wands energy, Leo energy. This could be Leo season when you step into your confidence because you know the space that you came from, all of this anxiety, this depression, and all this other shit that's also an illusion. Okay? But we make it real. You now know where you've come from. And you're no longer going to invest your willpower in creating this scenario ever again. Because you know where you've been and you know where you don't want to return. Some real shit. But yes, the universe will test you. Just see if you're sure. Just to see if you're sure. I split the deck and there was the King of Pentacles. We went back in this Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Magician, 919. See what I'm saying? As above, so below. That return back to sender energy over here. They don't know who you are in the ethers. Wanting to cause all of this energy. Some of you, it's happening because you don't know who you are yet either. But once you're given the key and decide to take action of taking the key, you've been given the key, but some of you didn't even take the key yet. Some of y'all don't even know it's your key. See this Nine of Wands and the Three of Wands? You're seeing yourself gain your power back because these are both Aries energy, the Emperor and the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is Sun in Aries, the Emperor is Aries. So you're having this new beginning of realizing the I am that I am, and anyone who uses I am that I am, nobody could ever play with you. Mm-mm. You're given the power of the Ankh of life when you say that. At least you activate that within you. The Ankh of life, eternal life, immortality. Most people do things because of the perception of death, and it's really transitions. So, on that note, let's see what else we get from here. Oh, it's this one. 1654, 654, 454. Six of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Giving is receiving, but y'all been giving. Some of y'all are fated to take your power back. Others of you, seriously, this is the Knight of Cups, and it's the Eight of Cups. Somebody's about to reveal some love to you. Let's get these Amor cards up in here. Calling in your soulmate, keep an open mind. Well, alrighty then. One second. Shiva is also connected to the moon, Luna Day, especially if you were born on a Monday. Oh, yeah. Shiva's not here playing with you. Or even Wednesday, because that'd be connected to Thoth, lunar god. Kansu. Let's see what these messages talking about. New love. Okay. 4, 5, 6 on the timer. Let's go. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. What else you got here? It's time to take back control of your life, which means reclaiming your mind. Some of you are going to meet the one, or you have already met the romantic partner, the love partnership that you seek. It's time for you to express your love by loving yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Don't worry about anything about your looks and all this other nonsense. You want to be attracting your soulmate, not a flesh mate. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Either you have children, there'll be a blend of families. Some of you may also have interest in raising dogs as well. Love yourself first. Express your love came out together. Forgiving and learning is at the bottom of the deck. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Go ahead and make the loving gesture of your self-respect that makes you more romantically attractive, more lovingly attractive. Some of you freed yourself from the one you thought would be the one also. But they were someone who was flirtatious. And the only reason why you more than likely attract that's because you wasn't loving yourself first, and this person flirts with everyone else because they don't love themselves. Codependency came out in reverse. Addictions are reflecting your romantic life. But this says addictions are affecting your romantic life. We have engagement. Some of you may have, I'm telling you, some of you freed yourself from someone who you were engaged to. Pay attention to what your children are saying if you have children, and what they see in a dream state about you or about someone in particular. The one is you first. You are the one. The moment you realize you're the one, you call in a matching vibration. Keep an open Keep an open mind. Pay attention to the red flags. Honeymoon. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. The signs are cautioning you. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And holiday for me means whole within the days of your body, within the days of your being, the days of your vessel, being whole within self. So you can bring sweetness to the emotions, even memories that were not, so blissful. But seeing how far you've come and healing the past and being in the present moment. Honeymoon stages. Or some of you could also be stepping into, this newfound love. Yeah, you got calling in your soulmate at the bottom of the deck. The signs are cautioning you. It's like you're being directed to do certain things with self that's connecting you to a specific partner, the one that is for you. Connected to the fruits of your labor. Get another spread here. What else we got? For the collective. Release your ex. Then we have chemistry here. There's a magnetic attraction occurring. 501. Taurus energy. Could be an energy that you may have experienced true love, but yet still was unrequited, because the chemistry seemed to die off quick. Because forgiving and learning had to take place. The release and healing of the past. So you can see the realness and the worth of exploring your feelings when it comes to you connecting with someone who is actually for you. Attraction. You attract romantic love, divine love, by enjoying this moment fully, which is where your power is. Your power is in the now, not in the past, not in the future. It's right here, right now. Give your relationship a chance. First is the relationship within self. And once that happens, this could be for some of you who have reconciled with someone from the past. It was the one, but the timing was off. The timing was off. Love yourself first. Codependency issues were still a factor. Now it's safe for you to love. That's wild. Free yourself. It's safe for you to love if you're still independent This is the mystical union. That's that Gibo's message. Okay? You and someone else coming together, but being yourselves, not losing yourselves in this connection. Both of you have taken back control of your life, have connected to the heart, realizing that giving and receiving is the highest energy of all. So this could even be someone new. Okay, if it's someone new and it reflects a person of the past, it's because they may have the same birthdays or they may be the same sign. But they were just a part of the lessons you had to learn. So when you actually met the one, you were able to feel the security. So this is having to do with your Venus energy as well. Core values. Yes, soulmates at the bottom of the deck. And at the top, you have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, will bring you love. True love is in the middle of the deck. It was just 21144. This will be the love of a lifetime. This will be the love of a lifetime, huh? 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. They just popped in my hand like that. This is a water goddess bringing this to you. There's a water goddess that you work with. Some of you is Yemaya that's helping you bring in this unconditional love. Ten of Wands, releasing you from the burdens, freeing yourself. King of Pentacles, Mother Earth runs through his blood. The moment you free yourself from the burdens, the moment they recognize you because you're part of the same tribe. Some of you had 9 rough years, 9 rough cycles when it came to love. But now you have this reset. Those cycles awakened your divine masculine here. Then we got the 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which was in the center of your spread just a while ago. You're no longer going to be receiving intruders into your life. Your guides ain't having that. They not having that. They say it's time for you to embrace unconditional love. 1111, you could be seeing that quite often here. It's now 506, which is 11. Okay. Definitely no longer experiencing deception, envy, jealousy. None of that. None of that. You got the Tower on one side and the Knight of Swords. Again, with the surrender energy, the moment you do, things start to move quickly here. It's like the moment this energy rises up or awakens, it gains this clarity. And that's giving me the energy of Sirius right there too. The way that light is coming off the sword. Because there's going to be a lot of revelations here that shift your foundation, the root of you. Where now you're feeling yourself differently. You may be more upright in the way you walk. Like there's going to be some serious recalibration that happens between now and the 7th. Because it's the spiritual sun that's out. It's a celestial sun that we're seeing right now. It is the star energy as the sun. Ashe, full moon in Capricorn. The end to a tough cycle approaches. Spending moments, circulating moments by the water, under the moon, under the stars. This person could have a massive arm tattoo too as well. Tattoo too. Left arm. was looking at the Nine of Cups, asking, what is this Nine of Cups? Is judgment. This is you making a decision, taking action on a decision, and saying, asking the universe for what you want, asking you will receive. There you go, Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You know what I mean? The one that is for you will come out of the bubble. At the top, Nine of Swords. No more of this anxiety, this depression, and these false lovers and false situations that give you headaches and just throw off your entire balance. Because you learned your lesson. You're the Hierophant now. You're a higher initiate. You know that you went through this only, to go through these cycles, to get to the point where you are now evolved. And you have this higher sense of knowing, which also comes with great patience, because you're not going to rush into just anything. Your boundary's going to be something else. I'll tell you that. No more deception. Seven of Swords. And then Ten of Pentacles. Because you want balance. You want harmony. You want support. You want love. So you have to be that for yourself. By freeing yourself. Taking control back of your life. And now the universe realizes, oh, you're not resisting anymore. Okay? Let's work then. That is your message, y'all. Thanks for vibing with me as always. 5:10 right now. We're finishing this at, let's see, moon, not moon. Well, definitely go to the moon's energy. Mercury hour, which is a ruler of Virgo, along with Chiron. Let me finish this off for you all with a inside degrees as to where the moon is right now. The moon is Virgo 4 degrees, which is Cancerian energy 4 degrees. Pull up your planetary hours and meditate during the moon hour. That's for some of you, especially if you're in this live right now. Let's see. It says here, a skull on a pole at the entrance to a dark wood. The mind of death always knows ahead of time each and every danger, problem, and dilemma. The Cassandra complex, warning self and world of what will go wrong, cautioning, tempering, and suppressing. You can afford no mistakes. The mind is set upon doing it just right from start to finish. Where there are hitches and snags, you hit the roof with qualms and doubts, the self against itself, the mind standing over the spontaneous one and saying, no, you can't go that way. Forebodings forebodings are of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The self proves itself right and wrong, right about nothing working and wrong to be in that position. This is a mindset to be eroded and worn out, supplanted by fresh inquiry with no agenda, no worry, and just the truth that there is death in everything in life to follow if you let go into it completely. I already know death is really transition. It's just going to a different state. The eroding of the mindset of the right and wrong, good and bad. And the galactic signature of the day is the white resonant world bridger. I channel in order to equalize inspiring opportunity. I seal the store of death with the resonant tone of attunement. There goes that, because that definitely came out. I am guided by the power of endlessness. That was definitely here. Yep, resonant moon tone 7. 7 is the chariot, also connected to the moon. Definitely Talk to that moon during the moon hour. Pull up your planetary hours for your location. Align with the moon hour and meditate and see what's being revealed to you. Even the sun hour, because we already know it's a serious energy right now. So, Ashe, sacred. It's a pleasure. Planetary hours. Go off.